Hello, my name is Ashley Brickett, and I applied for the State Farm Customer Service Representative. And I am in Midlothian, Texas, just south of Dallas, Texas. I'm currently seeking this position because of the flexibility in hours, the ability to work from home remotely, and to expand upon my property and casualty insurance knowledge base. Just a little quick bit about myself. I have worked in the insurance industry for, oh my gosh, almost 20 years now. I started in pharmacy and I worked my way up from the cashier when I was in college, right out of high school, all the way to the corporate office of a multi-billion dollar specialty pharmacy. That was eventually purchased by United Healthcare. So I worked right under the executive VP, and I was in charge of all of their insurance contracts, negotiating the pricing, negotiating all of the details and intricacies, as well as the credentialing process. So I do have a vast variety of knowledge of insurance. I scaled back that role quite a bit when I had children, and I even went to contract work for 1099 work with them, and I absolutely loved it, and I was really sad to leave. But they really needed somebody that had more dedication to that position to continue that in that role. And so I just kept stepping back until I became a full-time mom and zero-time employee with them. I still do keep in contact with them, and I'm very loyal. So after I left that, I ended up working with my friend Kristen Wilkes at her insurance agency, Family First. And that was a remarkable experience up until the point where she had to, because the economy and it was independent insurance contracts or insurance. So she wasn't able to keep her business after the economy kind of went downhill. So I ended up just scaling back again, and I ended up just being a stay-at-home mom, and I started teaching at my children's co-op. So that's the role I'm in now. I teach every Wednesday. So that's another reason why I'm looking for a flexible hours and a flexible role. The customer service role I was really interested in because I feel like only being in insurance for 3 years, and only some of that period being in direct sales with insurance, I have a lot to learn. And I think being able to learn from an insurance agent, such as somebody from State Farm, which is like the premier insurance agents, especially here in Texas, I think I'd be able to expand upon my knowledge base and be able to take that even further. So the customer service role I felt like was a great position for me to interweave my experience and also my life balance and kind of mesh that together and work well. How many hours am I looking to work? That is also very flexible. We would probably have to have a longer conversation about it. If you were to ask me today if I can come in for an interview or something, or do a live interview over the phone, I would say, between 1 and 5, Monday through Friday would probably be great, but not on Wednesdays. But as of right now, I can be flexible with my schedule. I just need to know in advance so that I can work with those details out. But there is a lot of flexibility there. So I would welcome the opportunity to continue that conversation. The role does require some sales and customer service. I have been in customer service for many, many years, starting with jobs in high school up to working as a cashier as a pharmacy, and in the pharmacy, working TGI Friday, server. I have had all kinds of customer service roles. Anyways, I look at customer service as like, you need to just anticipate what your customer needs, and you need to be the expert in that. They are, especially in insurance, they're looking for you to clear out the fog of what you need for your insurance, what you currently have. A lot of people that come will ask for quotes, and they currently have XYZ type of coverage, and they want better, the same, and they also want the price to be very, very competitive with what they currently have. But they also want to know that when something does happen and if they need to use their insurance, it's not going to be a hassle. They're not going to have to deal with a lot of unknowns. They want an expert there for them. So I think a lot of the time what you need is to anticipate what your customer wants and what your customer needs. And I think when you do that, even when things go awry, because sometimes they will, there's a lot of grace there if you've built that relationship with them and that trust. The role will require you to pass your insurance exam. It says, well, I already have done that. I have my insurance license, so we're good there. Check. I am 37 minutes over. So if selected, how soon would I be able to start this position? As long as you're not looking for somebody to work on Wednesday, I can start anytime. Tomorrow would be fine. So I hope that this was helpful and you learned a little bit about me, and I can still keep my hat in the bucket for this role. If you have any other further questions, feel free to give me a call at 480-358-8558 or shoot me an email at ashley.brickett@gmail.com. So it's ashley.brickett@gmail.com. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you. God bless.